everyone, it's Hayes. We have a little bit more news to discuss from the interview that Thomas and Sebastian did the other day. Obviously it was in French, it's still being translated and information being revealed, so if you speak French and watched it then you probably already know this. But if you don't speak French then you might not know this, and some of it is interesting and some of it physically upsets me, so let's talk about it. The first bit is that Gabriel and the mayor's backstory is already written, which I'm actually quite excited to hear about. Obviously we saw an episode, I think it was was it in Revolution? Collusion? Something like that. One of those two. We saw hints at their past and other things that happened between them, and I was like, more. Give me more. So if they're going to include it in the show, I'm really excited for it. However, the second point, the story of the Supreme is already written, which I don't mind that's already been written. I actually find the Supreme really interesting, assuming he's just an evil Master Fu, which, sign me up. However, after the Reverse special aired, Thomas was like, it's going to be too expensive to have a spin-off for it, so I'm a bit confused why they bothered writing it, since it sounds like it wasn't going to go ahead, it wasn't going to get greenlit. So, bit confused, but okay, whatever. The next point is that one song is confirmed for season 6. Please, spare me. I can't do it. The only time I cried during season 5 was when Gabriel started singing in Deflagration. I can't. Please, no. And the last point of this first bit is that Chloe will appear in season 6. Now, it just uses the word appear. It literally, I guess, could mean she makes a cameo, she's in for one episode, but it also could mean she has a similar amount of screen time as she usually gets, and she's, back for good, being evil. So, that's fun. Basically, where I am at with Chloe in the show is I love her, and I'd love her to be back, but I despise the way she's written. I think it's nonsensical to the point I genuinely believe the writers get drunk when they write Chloe scenes. So, I'd love her back, but only if they can make sensible decisions that actually make sense. So the next bit is that Natalie will be more developed in the future, which, yes, oh my god, I love her. I think she's amazing at the minute. More development would make it even better. Oh my god, I definitely think Natalie is one of the best things about the show. The next point is that Chloe was given chances, but it was out of her character to become good. Look, I've said this before, I say it again, I don't care who does or doesn't get a redemption, as long as whatever they do makes sense and it's good. So if they're deciding it's out of her character to get a redemption, that's fine, but can we not just, make decisions that make sense? It was also out of character for Chloe to become a sadist in derision, but, they still did it anyway. And the last bit of this one, which I'm really disappointed in, actually, was that Zoe and Marinette's first meeting, which was in Soul Crusher, was written as love at first sight for Zoe. Which, oh my god, that's... what? It did not read like that in the slightest. I know everyone was saying when Adoration was coming out, oh, Zoe smiled at Marinette in Soul Crusher. Zoe smiles at everyone. I smile at everyone. Smiling at someone isn't a sign of a crush. If so, I'm in a relationship with my postman and also everyone down my street. I'm really sad because I loved Adoration. I loved Zoe's confession to Marinette. I think it was better than Marinette's love confession to Adrian. It was so much nicer. And I was just like, what? that was the scene where she fell for Marinette? And I don't mind it being then, but I just felt the way it was portrayed was so disappointing. Anyway, the last kind of bit, it's not Gabriel who designs the costume of the villains, but the akumatized people themselves. Which is interesting, and I'm not really sure it saves some of the bad outfits, since Gabriel doesn't really know how to dress anyone. And the last point is that Adrian is not considered a main character on the same level as Marinette. Yeah, I think we already know that already. I'm not even mad about it, I was already aware of that. I'm like, it's quite clear he's not. But maybe they should stop trying to tell us that they're equal when they're quite clearly not. I don't mind having one central character, but stop pretending they're equal and meant to be on the same page when it's not your intention. Anyway, besties, I would love to know what you think about all of this, especially the Zoe Net stuff. I'm like, it's so cute, it's so adorable. Adrianette stand for life, but I thought it was so cute. That's the scene she fell in love with her. I mean, I guess at least it wasn't the cringy wax museum scene, but still sad. Anyway, besties, I'd love to know what you think, and I'll see you in the next one.